It's never easy to tell a story, especially when it's a story that you feel is part of your life, and Pjb is definitely part of my life. The history of this organization is just incredible. You just think about the context in Congo. We had several wars. After the genocide in 1994, you had the war in 1997. And then, since then, I don't know when we really had peace for more than 2 years in this country. So it all started one day when one of my friends with who I was practicing didn't show up. And there were some kids on the side of the court. Some of them were kids from the soldier, some of them were kids from the neighborhood. And then the day after, they were there again. The only basketball court of Goma was in a military compound. And you had the soldiers surrounding the place. And at the time, really, the context of Congo was sometimes there was some sign of desperation in the city. But at the same time, there were a lot of signs of hope, and seeing these kids every day was giving me hope that we can do something good for the country. I realized why not train some kids. So we started to clean the court, wake up really early every morning, and before playing and practicing ourselves, we were teaching the kids how to play the game. I don't know if we were right. They did a lot of push-ups every day because that was our way to instill discipline in their life. We didn't have fancy stuff at the time. We were playing on the basketball court that wasn't even with a proper ground. There were one basketball court, so it was a negotiation all the time. Other thing was, not only we didn't have equipment, but even when we had the equipment, it was like even too big, or that was not basketball items. So sometimes the kids will play with boot or whatever they were receiving. We had so many challenges that sometimes you just think about the organization and you see it today and you just think, how could that happen from what it was? The first Pjb board was created in 2007, 1.5 years after we started the practice. This first board was made of people, big-time believer in the future of this country. The vision of the organization was to create good citizens who can contribute to the reconstruction of their country.
Ready! Ready! Rebound! Rebound!
But also we wanted to give an opportunity to the kids to see something different from their daily context. We had more and more people coming to see what was happening, because from 5 kids at the beginning, we were 200 kids. And every day the energy coming out of this place was so big that everyone who will come to see it will be like, wow, this is Congo. But the huge shift was when we were offered by Tammy Bettinger and Joe Bielski basketball courts, and Adidas came exactly at the same time and offered another basketball court. So we just had, in 1 year, 3 different basketball courts, a good basketball instruction, and then the partnership with Adidas just changed everything. It provided not only the court, but then the partnership included some equipment. And that was sport equipment. For the first time we are receiving proper equipment for the kids to practice. And the organization just grew up really big. From 200 kids we went to 500 kids, and today we have more than 1,000 kids. But also the partnership has included the human component that is necessary to make it really strong and powerful. So Adidas every year decided to bring 10 staff from Adidas to volunteer and teach something new to the kids. We also had more and more partners who came in and joined the organization. We had some local partnership as well, and the organization kept growing. When we created the organization, one of the dreams we had was one day we will have basketball professional player coming and the NBA will come here in Goma. And we had that dream during the war, so it was almost an impossible dream because NBA player will not come into a war area. But we had that dream, and I mean, it just happened that now NBA players are coming here, supporting us with key messages for the kids, but also time and telling their stories to the kids, giving them hope and inspiring to do things better, which is really important to us. One of the struggles we had initially was to pay the scholarship, because when you have to pay scholarship for 5 kids, it's pretty easy. But then you have 10 kids and then 50 kids and then 100 kids. The board decided that this will be our primary focus, to pay for scholarship. And scholarships are only provided to the best kids of the organization, which means the ones that are showing values, respect, discipline, hard work, team spirit. But we also look at the school result. Only kids who perform well at school can receive a scholarship. Besides the basketball education, we also want to have the proper academic education. We want the kid to go in the best school in the world, but we also dreamt about having the best school of the world here in Goma. The PJB community is growing, and one day all of them will be a part of this community, playing a role into something, whatever it is. And out of that there will emerge some leaders, people who can drive the change in this country. But also it will create a mass of different people who can count on each other, and that will create such an important cohesion between people that move the country forward. When you see that the kids are moving forward in the right direction in their life, that's the most rewarding feeling. I just hope that everyone is taking this happiness that we found on a daily basis when we feel that we contribute to the success of other people.